Can we please have some advice on approaching preparation for Module B? Now, the important word in this question, which is good, it kind of answers the other questions as well, how do you improve your essay writing, is preparation. You have to prepare, and preparing early is the best way to prepare, okay? Prepare early is how you best prepare. Do not leave your draft in of your essays for an assessment any longer than you have to, right? So as soon as you've started the unit and you're feeling comfortable with it, get a practice question, go and look at a past HSC question, and start creating a draft essay. Especially once you get the assessment task, you should be making sure that well, you might not be given a question to be fair, but ask the teacher again, okay, can you provide sample question that's going to help set me up for this assessment, okay? And Module B is a critical study or a close study if you're doing standard, critical study if you're doing advanced. And the best thing you can do is already have a draft essay prepared, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, but before you're even given the assessment task, because typically you're given the assessment task 2 weeks before the task is actually going to occur. And if it's not a hand-in, then you already want to have some material there. 2 weeks isn't a lot of time. So if you have 2 weeks to prepare an essay from scratch, you're going to be under a lot of pressure, okay? You don't have a lot of time. Time's not on your side there. So make sure you've already drafted up some materials. Do that now. Start doing research. Look at the general resources if you have access to them. Watch the videos. Get those core concepts down, and then start accumulating evidence as you go through the text and make your quote tables, right? Find the quotes. Make sure you can identify techniques. Make sure you can see links to context. Context is super important for Module B. Right? It's a critical study. You need to appreciate different contextual perspectives. What was the context of the composer versus what is the context of the audience versus what is the context of the setting within the text? Okay, there's 3 different contexts that could be relevant there. There's actually more context as well. If you want to look at critical perspectives, you can consider different contexts where people had different interpretations of the text. Okay, so understanding context for Module B is absolutely essential, and building that into a draft essay is also obviously going to be essential. I'll provide some examples for Mohammed for your text in a second on Artists of the Floating World. But essentially, prepare that draft early. It's not going to be perfect. Then when you get the assessment task, start working harder on it, try and polish it, get feedback. Hopefully you've got a peer or two that you can trade essays with, give each other feedback. Obviously ask your teacher for feedback to the extent that they can provide that. Some teachers these days say that you're capped. To be fair to everyone, you're capped at 1 draft per person to them, but you can use each other an infinite amount of times. Keep that in mind.